Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Campus Care Presents Panel Discussion. Panel discussion is a platform where educators and leaders come on board and express their viewpoints related to topics related to education and society. A topic for the day is incorporating interactive elements into your digital content, and to express their viewpoints on the same, we have with us Mr. Jai Singh Pawar, Principal of Sri Jai Govind Gopinath School. A very warm welcome, sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Then we have Prabha Gupta, ma'am, Principal of Vishwa Bharati School, Dwarka.
Thank you, ma'am.
Very welcome to you, ma'am. And then last but not the least, we have with us Shri P.G. Subramanian, sir, Principal of B.V. Bhavans Rajaji, Vidyashram School, Chennai.
Okay.
Welcome, sir.
Namaste. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. All right, so incorporating interactive elements into your digital content. So let's start off with the panel discussion, ma'am and sir. Over to you, Prabha ma'am. What are the benefits of, in your opinion, what are the benefits of incorporating interactive elements when it comes to digital content, ma'am? And how do you think it can help the businesses also and organization to, engage on a better level with their audiences as well?
Yeah, thank you, Mike. Thank you for the question. First of all, thanks, Enter, for giving me this opportunity to be here on this platform. And a very warm welcome to my fellow panelists. Both of you, sir, a very warm welcome from my end also. And thanks for the question, Mike. When we talk about our times, it was a very, very simple teaching or schooling system. And nowadays, in modern era, things are changed. It's digital era. Children are born and brought up in digital era. In such scenario, as an educationist, when we think about taking or teaching things in a very, very normal scenario, it doesn't work. Digital content is in, but introducing very interactive elements, it adds. It is just like adding a garnish to any of the savories. When we talk about adding interactive elements, it makes customer, it makes the stakeholders, it attracts the attention of all those people who are watching that digital content as compared to the traditional passive contents. Reading a simple text doesn't work, but when some interactive element is there, it gives a personalized touch. It catches your attention. It makes you feel connected, and moreover, it seems to be more informative also. It always lasts a long term impression when there is something interactive. When we talk about so many informative tools these days, so it leaves a long term impression. It doesn't seem like we have simply read a paragraph or a passage or even a page, and we simply tend to forget. But when we talk about interactive elements, it helps us retaining that particular content for a long duration. So definitely yes. When we talk about introduction of interactive elements in digital content, yes, it ensures long-term memory retention, which is very useful for the students especially, because I'm not here talking about only the education. Definitely, we in general also digital content. We also see while watching social media or the television. If any catchy thing is there, if any interactive element is there, it catches our attention and we feel connected and we retain it for a longer time. So, in my opinion, yes, this adding this interactive element is a very, very useful and beneficial for mainly for the lasting impression, and it also adds to our awareness.
Thank you so much, Prabha ma'am. Subramanian sir, would you like to add something to Prabha ma'am? How is digital content beneficial for the businesses as well to engage on a better level?
Yes, ma'am. It also kindles interest and it makes people more involved into the, either if it is a school into a classroom or if it is an organization to the work. And also it ensures, by knowledge, a maximum number of participation. Instead of a boring monologue or a talk and chalk method, if interactive things are brought into the classroom or into the office space or the workspace, definitely it involves maximum number of participation, and it also inculcates a kind of a collaborative learning. Collaborative, a kind of collaboration sinks in at that point of time. It's my opinion. To add on to what Prabha ma'am had said. This is from my side.
Thank you so much, sir. Jay, sir, would you like to add something to sir and ma'am? Sir, you are on mute actually.
Thank you, madam. First of all, thanks to the INTAP and your team. You give given opportunity to me. And related to is the both educationists they are saying, and I am supporting to both of them. मैं यहाँ ये बताना चाहूँगा मैडम, रिलेटेड टू दैट डिजिटल इस समय में इसके बगैर हम लोग बिल्कुल भी नहीं चल सकते हैं. एंड व्हाई डिड आवर कंट्री बिकम अ डेवलपिंग कंट्री? यदि हम पास्ट की बात करें, 50s 60s की बात करें, उस समय में जो डेवलपमेंट वर्ल्ड में हुआ करता था हम लोगों तक नहीं पहुंच पाता था, बिकॉज हमारे पास में ये प्लेटफॉर्म नहीं था. And nowadays, each and everything with us, we are familiar about the technology, and because of that, within a second, what we want to do, what is the requirement, within a second we can get it. हम finger पे 4 of finger we can count it.
Yes, sir.
और जो आपका प्रश्न है कि related to the organization, related to the business, it gives a lot support. Every person and related to in our education line, every student, they are very familiar and used to of that digital platform. And even though in my premises everywhere there is a CCTV camera, a smart class, computer, each and everything are there, the internet also there. So the lot benefit of the incorporated interactive element nowadays.
Thank you so much, sir, and thank you so much, ma'am. So moving forward, Subramanian, sir, what are some of the effective types of interactive elements that you think, and what are some of the factors that you think should be considered when it comes to selecting the best part of a particular piece of audience, or let it be a content, sir?
Yeah, thank you, ma'am, for the question. I think, as rightly said, the previous answers to the previous question by both the speakers. See, none of us imagined that the world would go into topsy-turvy and the world would become so digitalized, especially in the field of education, with COVID coming in. In fact, that is one of the biggest positive of the education world, wherein each and every person has become digitally well versed. Close to that, and thanks to the COVID for making us so digitally expert, in fact. So when it comes to some of the most effective types, see, when we explored during COVID, when entire schooling became virtual, many schools have adopted their own platforms to their comfort. Some schools with the Google Classroom, some schools with, or some organizations with Microsoft Teams, some with Zoom, some with WebEx. So many platforms are available. Each and every organization or a school chose whichever is comfortable for them. If you take each and every platform, either a Google or a Microsoft or Zoom, each one has their own advantages. And if you say there are few of the effective interactive elements, to my knowledge, the Jamboards, which is very interesting when you want to give an activity, especially age appropriate activity to a class, a group of section, a Jamboard, and to kindle the quizzing inquisite of each and every student, they have a beautiful thing called Kahoot, which is very useful for quizzing, and especially when it comes to Zoom, we have breakout rooms. I think most of the seminars, most of the conferences were conducted virtually. We didn't give excuses, COVID as excuses to conduct seminars or to conduct conferences. So we had so much of virtual media to just conduct these meetings, conferences, or classes with breakout rooms, with main room and the breakout rooms, etc. And all these things definitely inculcates collaborative learning, and which is all augmented reality. I think these are the few to my knowledge, and there are many more to come. In fact, when we do a workshop, when we do a being a resource person, when we do a workshop, we adhere to Mentimeter, we adhere to so much other interactive elements to make to ensure maximum participation, maximum involvement from the participants in an organization or in a classroom. That is and this digital platform, this augmented reality has definitely come to us with a great help. This has paved the way to this digital era. Definitely, this is going to be the future. And my knowledge, yes, we do agree that fully digital classrooms cannot be compensation for a physical classroom, but the future is that all classrooms are going to be embedded with digital classroom. We're going to incorporate and embed each and every classroom or a workspace with digitalization. Definitely, each day in and day out, people are coming out with so many tools which are very effective to ensure maximum participation, collaboration, creativity, and all other things. We talk about 21st century skills, the 4 C's of 21st century skills: the creativity, communication, collaboration, and critical thinking, which NEP also talks about the 21st century skills. I think this digital and this augmented reality and these kind of interactive tools are of a great help to inculcate this collaborative, all the 4 C's, which what I said just now. Thank you. This is from my side. Once again, I just place on record my appreciation to NTAP for giving me this opportunity to share a few of my thoughts here.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
sir. Prabha ma'am, would you like to add something to sir? What are some of the factors to keep in mind before selecting a particular kind of, particular kind of content or an audience?
Hmm. Thank you, Mahir. I absolutely agree with Subramaniam sir, what he has just said about this. These days when we talk about digital content, I at times I really wonder, these days whatever we think, whatever we can even dream of, it is available in the market. But whatever you use, whether it is Zoom, WebEx to conduct the webinars and seminars and other things, there's so many other tools available in the market, and especially kids. As for me, it is according to the ages. Like if the children are from pre-primary or primary segment, they believe in, they prefer gaming tools, and the teenagers they prefer personality assessment tools. Fine, and as per me or as per any person, when you select any kind of tool, it should ensure whether you are able to capture the attention and build that trust. These days I went to a seminar where one of the organization they presented that maths and science can be taught through gamification, and I myself being a science student and then a science teacher later, I was so convinced that wow, how easily concepts are being taught these days, and things become so easy. Subjects like maths and science, which needs logical bent of mind and logical reasoning, it is always a challenge for a teacher to capture the attention of all 40 students sitting in the classroom. But tools of this kind, they definitely ensure, yes, that each and every student is vigilant and each and every student is very much attentive in the class. So for me, yes, first thing is interest of the audience. Secondly is whether the audience is able to develop that interest or trust, so that particular digital tool should be able to build that trust in the audience. Number three for me is uniqueness. When you see the common things, you generally lack interest, but if it is something unique, some kind of trendy logo, or maybe some very beautified image which pops up in front of you, definitely it captures your attention. And it should also ensure, that tool should also ensure, like it should be as per the need of all the stakeholders. So that should ensure that whosoever is the audience, whether it is able to fulfill that the need of the audience or not. So any good tool is good if it is able to fulfill the need, and it is a sheer waste of time and energy if it is not able to fulfill the needs. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Jay sir, would you like to add something to Prabha ma'am and sir?
Yes, madam, definitely. As madam are saying, according to the level, depend on the interest. Some they have interest related to the player game, the video games are there, WhatsApps are also there, Facebooks are also there, and related to some virtual product, interactive elements, survey, social sharing buttons, and many more are there. Depend on that ki what the person need or what the student needs. According to that, they use their gadgets, use their your interactive element, and most of the they depend on their interest. The kids, the child, what they need. According to that, they play a video game. Even though those who are a younger one, and even though the small child, the newborn baby, they used to that what they learn about the some poem, the some song related to that to control to them. So according to that, every person like that the elder, if they want to search some product, they want to purchase a something related to their search according to that, and related to content person as the element, every person, those who want to purchase a something or want to go somewhere, want to book a hotel, and many more things are there. So depend on content and that the product, the company, what they want to give them, what the benefits are there. Even though in the world, suppose we are here and as we are talking to each other, this is the best way. This is the best contact element by which we are able to interact to each other. So I mean to say that we can't deny the utility of this digital platform, and within a second, within a minute, we can get each and everything. And the best way is that the good contact, good your product is this, that you want to give what you want to sell, and according to that, your customer or the person they are searching there, and within a second, suppose he or she get it, so that it is very useful and fruitful for to them.
Absolutely, sir. Thank you so much, Jay sir, and thank you so much, Prabha ma'am, and thank you so much, Subramaniam sir. So before we move on to the next question, just give me a second. Over to you, Subramanian sir. So when we are speaking of digital content, so what are some of the biggest challenges or common mistakes that you think people make while designing and implementing the interactive elements, sir? in their digital content, and how do you think they can be avoided, sir?
I think this has been already addressed and spoken by Prabha ma'am. See, one thing while designing an interactive things, activities, first thing to be kept in mind is the age appropriate activities. According to the levels, according to the age, we need to create a kind of activities. That is a common mistake people do. Generally, people do, they don't think about the age appropriate or the level appropriate. See, if it is a primary class 1 and 2, it should be different. If it is class 3, it should be a little different. 4 and 5, it should be different. Or if it is a middle school or a secondary school or a senior second, or if it is going to be for a college level, it should be totally according to the age appropriate and level appropriate. The activities has to be designed, and it should be a little bit. It should be very user friendly, and it should be also a little challenging, so that children are interested to explore it. That is the first thing. And interactive activity should be designed. That is the one mistake people do it. They don't think about all these things. And also, the other part in an organization is that people, before after designing the implementation part, see, the activities has been designed, but when it has to be taken into the classroom or into the workspace, you're going to talk about workspace or a classroom, are the teachers, are the team leaders, or the managers, or whoever it is going to handle them, are they fully equipped to take it into the classroom? See, they should be fully digitally, they should be a digital literacy people. That they should have been first given enough training. That is where we lack. In fact, these are the few places where we make mistakes. Before implementing into the classroom, are the teachers fully trained or equipped to take it into the children and into the classroom and train children to handle this? Because we talk about hands-on experience or experiential learning or whatever it is. Are children, are teachers fully equipped? Are the team leaders, whoever it is, are fully equipped to just train those children to make them much, because children are smarter than us. One, you just teach them one. You do not even teach them. In fact, once give the activity to them, they will explore and learn by themselves. They are smarter. They are very quick and smarter than us. In fact, so please, we should first age appropriate and see to it that teachers are all are digitally fully trained. They are fully digital literacy people. And also, when it comes to city, it is fine. We need not worry much about, because for most of the things we need internet facilities or kind of a digital facilities or an infrastructure in an organization or in a school atmosphere. But how many schools, when it go into the villages or into areas, rural areas, where we don't have these kind of facilities, wherein these activities or digital platforms are available. See, even during the COVID, when entire schooling or things or organization went into virtual way of working, how many schools or how many organizations, the rural areas or in the village sides, got the opportunity to use these kind of platforms to bridge the learning gap. Many schools couldn't get this facility because of lack of internet facility. That is the reason why the government of India is also bringing digitalization of India. They're talking about all those things. So many places wherein many schools could not, they don't have the facility, infrastructure facility of this digital. We talk about digital era, technology, and everything, but this is all okay with the modern cities and other things. But now, when it comes to education, it is right across pan India. Global, we talk about global education, wherein each and every child, we talk about right to education also. Each and every child is entitled to get the education. So, where is the facility, infrastructure facility, or the internet facility, wherein people could get these kind of hands-on experience of these digital activities. I think this is these are some of my views where we make mistakes, where we need to correct and we need to ensure that these things are taken care of. Thank you.
Absolutely, sir. Thank you so much. Prabha ma'am, would you like to add something to sir? What are some of the common mistakes that people make while
Yeah, those
implementing?
has covered all the aspects already. But then I would like to mention that when we talk about the challenges, see, getting anything and making anything available is not that challenge. Getting it implemented in a qualitative manner is the bigger challenge. At school level, if I talk about, when we talk about human behavior, any company, any organization which is developing the content, since they are dealing with the masses, so they don't know what the end consumer thinks of, what is his thinking. Every person is not willing to learn only. There are very handful of people who are simply willing to learn and like to explore each and everything. Most of the people, whether it's a teacher, student, or any other person, they think, why should we do so? Why should we use this app? Why should we use this tool? How are we benefited? So that positive aspect of that app or tool has to be highlighted at teacher level as well as at student level. Like at times when teachers are, like generally we end up receiving so many representatives from various companies, and each and every company executive comes with, "Hey, ma'am, we are having this app. It offers these modules, this that." So quantum of content is huge. We are providing each and everything to our students also, to the teachers also, but they are simply loaded. We need to prefer quality over quantity. And how will you select the quality? So here, that teacher as well as student should know why and how are we benefited. So that willingness will come with the benefit. So, like as I said earlier, these tools should be used as per the age. They should be age appropriate. A small child, irrespective of the content, he or she is willing to play a game. So gamification is the best tool for a primary and a pre-primary kid. But when we talk about this middle wing children, class 6 onwards, or even the teenagers we talk about, class 11, 12 students, they have another concerns, they have their own issues. So each and everything has to be related. Like I would like to cite an example. Like I have, my two daughters, both are teenagers. So whenever I give them anything to eat, I have to specify this will add glow to the skin. So then only they will consume that, irrespective of what vitamins, what other nutritional values. So I have to, always make it this way. Okay, you consume this, it will add glow to your skin. It will increase the length of your hair. So okay, but even any medicine, any Ayurvedic product. So this is my strategy. I know it will work. So similarly, when we talk about digital content and these interactive tools also, that willingness will come if that stakeholder, if that person, the teacher, student, or any third party get some kind of benefit. Like I think my fellow principals will also agree to it. When we talk about these, yes, we do make some kind of SOPs and rules. Yes, each when we talk about the lesson plans, that each teacher has to support the teaching learning with a smart class, and we have invested huge, and teacher must ensure that content should be taught through smart classes. So, what benefit teacher is getting? Everybody is not willing about or bothered about the quality. They are, yes, somewhere they are benefited. Yes, this will get the attention of the kids, and it will save on time also. If any teacher is using some digital tool, they know it will cut short on their effort, their labor, and the children will be able to grasp that content very easily. So getting the things done, implementing in a positive manner at school level, or a company to provide the content to the end consumer, both is a tricky task. So according to me, these are the one of the biggest challenges. What happens if any company makes any good product, but if it is not implemented in a proper manner, it is all waste of time. Thank you.
Absolutely, ma'am. Thank you so much, Prabha ma'am. Thank you so much, Subramanian sir. Jay sir, over to you. Sorry to keep you waiting so long. And lastly, sir, would you like to add something to sir and ma'am? Do you think there are some of the mistakes? And also, could you suggest us, some of the tools and platform to implement, interactive digital content? Yes, sir.
But, before making that, he or she should have to, or the company should have to think over on it. Who are your indeed user? First thing. Second, what experience do you want to give them? Third one is, what are your technical requirements? As the madam are saying, the sir are saying that where and when we have to use it. They should have to keep in your mind what is the purpose and when we have to provide it. regarding the material and useful. What material you want to provide and what will be the need. Eligibility criteria and selection of the studies. It should be a important part. Data related to that, what and how much data should be, like related to the primary section, the Montessori or a middle or a senior secondary. According to that, first of all, we should have to think on it. It should be not so much, it should not be so less. According to their level, they should have to maintain the things. Lack of time for a preparation of active learning technique for a course. And most important is this, that what technology we are providing, and the challenges is that nowadays it is very difficult to change the teachers. Those who are with the traditional type, even in a classroom, and we are providing a lot facility, as the sir was saying related to that in the corona call, in the pandemic, that our school provide a lot facility. They given a free of cost the laptop and many more things are there. Even we are taking a training program also. We are using a lot that technical things, but in spite of that, the many of teacher they don't want to change. They are using their method for the teaching is like that traditional rooted path. So this is the biggest challenges nowadays. Everywhere that the utilization of the digital platform is there in even a school also. So it takes a time, but slowly, slowly, as you are asking about that, what we have to do, and related to that, as you are ERP, in-depth ERP is very good. So we can take that for the teachers. So according to my view and my opinion, that for the students, that the smart classes, and as I'm saying, the resistance of the faculty is most important part. Without their preparation, without their changing, we can't change it. So nowadays, the slowly, slowly it will be changed. But at this moment, that everywhere, I think, hope to my that both of colleagues will be agree with me. It is very difficult, and mostly those the, I'm sorry and don't take, otherwise the senior faculty is very difficult to change, and they want to use traditional method कि notebook is हाथ में किताब है, वैसे ही पढ़ाना है, वैसे ही explain करना है. But as the INTEP, such type of INTEP company, they are providing a lot digital platform, and we are using definitely. Thank you, madam.
Thank you so much, sir. Subramanian sir, would you like to add something to Jay sir?
I think this was, I've already told my viewpoints on this. Definitely, yes. One thing, rightly said, age appropriate infrastructure, and as rightly said by Prabha ma'am, how effective qualitative, instead of quantitative, qualitative implementation is very, very important. That is the takeaway of, for this question.
Sir, I want to add one thing. In my school, in this after a pandemic, from the month of May, we are organizing a training program for the teachers, and we are not taking, my management not taking a single peso from that side. Even though we all are familiar, mostly we belong to the CBSC. The CBSC giving a lot training program, but in spite of that, in our school in the summer that we providing this facility. After that, what we decided, every last 4 Saturday we keep a holiday for the students, and we are running a training program, and we are calling expert, those who are a authorized trainer from the CBSC, or those who are a professional trainer, and we are calling and we are giving a training to them. Why? As you were saying and madam are saying, and madam are asking that regarding in this matter, how can we utilize this digital platform. So we are trying to do like that, sir. They should have to change, because the student can adopt. They are ready to change it. But the first priority is this, that our teacher must be trained. They should be familiar with the digital or this thing as we are discussing more on it.
Absolutely, sir. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Lastly, Prabha ma'am, would you like to add something to sir, Jay sir, and Subramanian sir?
No, I think that's enough, Matt. We have already long discussion. Yes, when we talk about teachers, yes, it is a challenge with everyone, of course. I think few of us are here and rather other colleagues also. Everybody faces this challenge because, you cannot change the mindset. But as for me, what ideology and methodology I use is, I believe in setting examples. When this COVID pandemic hit, and all of a sudden we had to switch over to online teaching, and none of us were too this savvy with this Zooms and all. And unfortunately, I had a bigger challenge because I was a new joinee in this school. So I was hardly familiar with my staff members, and in my school, most of the teachers they are from senior age group. All are elder to me. I am the youngest one in my school. So that was a very big challenge. But idea and what strategy I adopted, I first trained myself. I learned how to, operate Zoom and all other functions. Then I trained my teachers myself. So somewhere that kind of motivation, that push is also required. When you are doing the things yourself, nobody is there to question you or to challenge you. Ki, ma'am, you don't know. You are hardly aware of what kind of challenges are you facing, because I know what kind of challenges you can face. So I believe in doing the things and by setting the same example for others, so that this benefits us in two ways. Firstly, we are familiar with all the hardships about that particular task, but all the challenges or what other practical hurdles are there. And secondly, uh, when they see that you are also doing the same, so they have to do it at the end. So getting everybody adopted and familiar to digital content, making them just ensuring that each and every person in your school uses it, whether it is a teacher or a student. Yes, it needs a little your personal involvement also. So that is how it works.
I would like to add to Ms. Prabha also. Can I?
Sure, sir, sure. Please go ahead.
Yeah, please. In fact, I would like, rightly said, the leader makes a difference. We have to stand by an example. I mean, if we are going to insist upon our teachers to, the same thing was, though our school was a Microsoft enabled school, nearly 30 to 40% of the teachers, they were not that computer savvy, tech savvy when it comes to digital platform. But as leader, we have to motivate them. We have to stand by an example. And in our school, what is the best advantage was we had a peer training in when the tech savvy teachers, though they were not computer teachers, many other teachers who were tech savvy, we allowed them to train like a mentor, like a buddy system. We asked them to train fellow teachers to be tech savvy and help them out in making learning computers using digital platform. Like now, I can proudly say that our school is, our teachers are fully digitally trained to handle any kind of platform. One small anecdote, I'll end with one small thing. One of my senior teacher was at the verge of retirement, was telling, sir, at this age, should I learn all these things? I just spoke to her once, that said, ma'am, please, I'm not compelling you. I'll ask a few of your peer co-teachers to help you out for some time. You be a part of the classroom. And I'm not compelling you to learn and just take classes, but be part of the class. Let them take classes on your behalf. You help them out in making worksheets or other activities or something like that. But after 2 months, she came to me, sir, tomorrow I'm taking my first class digitally. And I would like you to be part of the classroom. And from then, she didn't, till she retired, she did her fully digital classes. That is what, that makes a difference.
True, sir, true. Even in my schools, a few teachers were not even familiar with, all the features of smartphone. It was just incoming, outgoing, and WhatsApp to the max. And now they come and say, thanks, Kiman, because of you, since you pushed us. So we feel very confident because they're, many of the teachers, they have even grandchildren. So they are like, we sit very confident with them because we are also updated with the according to them and with the ages they feel very confident and competent after learning all these things.
I think these are the mistakes we should avoid and we should encourage people. That's the crux of that's the answer for this question.
Yes.
Absolutely, sir. Thank you so much.
That is why I'm giving, madam, example related to that.
Sure.
We are conducting this training program because of that. Everyone they should have to that familiar about the use of these gadgets. And one thing I want to give one example during that pandemic, when we distributed the laptop, many of the teachers they don't know, as you are saying, they don't know how to use the smartphone. And whenever we were in a meeting and we remains in a meeting, and then they said to me that कि उन्होंने अपने बच्चों से सीखा और now they are very familiar about that and they giving a thanks to the our management कि हमने यहाँ आकर जो है इतनी चीजें सीखी हैं. हमें तो मतलब लैपटॉप चलाना ही नहीं आता था, मोबाइल फोन का यूज आता ही नहीं था. तो slowly that the change remains there, that the changes comes. और अभी हमारे यहाँ पे भी है तो our that we are a paperless each and everything, daily meeting held of the coordinators. So that digitally that we are conducting the meeting. Even I am here, my that secretary are at somewhere and they are observing that what is the going. So now our school is so familiar about this thing.
Absolutely, sir. Thank you so much, Prabha ma'am. Thank you so much, Jay sir, and thank you so much, Subramanian sir, for being here today. Thank you so much for taking out your time.
Thank you, NTAP, for giving us this opportunity. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Mehak. Thank you, entire team.
Thank you.
Thank you, team, for giving me this opportunity once again. It is so nice to be associated with you all. It's a long association and I'm really enjoying it. Thank you. And thank you, Subramanian sir and Jay sir. It was wonderful being a part.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, Prabha ma'am and Jai sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Thanks to the INTEP team. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And all the viewers watching us out, do not forget to subscribe to our channel for more stuff like this. Thank you, ma'am and
Thank
sir.
you.
Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.